You know that feeling when you're in a hotel room and the air conditioner is humming just enough to be annoying, and then you start wondering whether the headache is from the noise or from the fact that you forgot to drink water again? Now, put that in Havana in 2016. The people feeling it are diplomats, and they're reporting pressure in the head, dizziness, ear pain, and that off feeling that tells you something in the room is wrong. At first, it sounds like the opening of a spy movie. And then the world did what the world does. It started treating it like one. What made the story stick was that it didn't stay in one place. The reports kept coming from other countries, other postings, people with very different jobs and very different lives. And suddenly, Havana Syndrome was the label everybody reached for. When the same kind of thing shows up again and again in different places, people stop treating it like a one-off and start treating it like a pattern. And if you were trying to make sense of it in real time, the explanations kept branching. Maybe a directed microwave or radio frequency weapon, maybe an acoustic device, maybe a toxin, maybe stress, maybe something psychological, maybe all of the above. For a while, each theory got its moment to look promising, and then its moment to fall apart. That's the part that keeps people leaning in, because the mystery never quite behaves. One explanation makes the odd sounds seem important. Another says the sounds may have been environmental all along. Another says the symptoms are real, but they're not pointing to one clean external attack. It's messy. Very messy. What do you do with that? You keep following it. Here's where the story turns. The big clinical studies from NIH in 2024 looked at people who reported these incidents and did not find a consistent pattern of brain injury or disease compared with controls. That doesn't mean nothing happened. It means the neat little theory, one strange weapon, one strange injury pattern, was not showing up in the data. So what do you do with a story like that? You go where the evidence goes. And the intelligence assessments went further. They said it was very unlikely that a sustained foreign campaign was behind most of these cases, and they found no credible evidence of a weapon that fits the pattern, which is, frankly, an awkward sentence if you were hoping for a thrilling reveal. And then there's the sound piece, which is my favorite little reality check, because some of the famous mystery noises were later found to match the chirp of a cricket in Cuba. A cricket. Not exactly the villain you picture when the story starts. So what is it, really? Not one single disease with one single villain. More like a label that caught a pile of real suffering from different directions. Stress, ordinary medical conditions, environmental factors, and maybe a small number of cases nobody has fully explained yet. That part matters. Because the trap here is thinking that if there isn't one dramatic cause, then the symptoms must not have been real. They were real. The suffering was real. The story just turned out to be less like a secret attack and more like a reminder that human brains are very good at spotting patterns, sometimes before the evidence has earned them. And honestly, that's the part I'd want you to remember when you walk away from this. Not mystery solved, but be careful with the first story that feels complete. Sometimes the honest answer is smaller, messier, and much less cinematic, but it's the one worth trusting.